Right, this is one of last year's pots of sedum. It was beautiful when it was in full go. It's been through the winter. It hasn't been watered much at all through the winter. It's fairly dry. I did water it 3 weeks ago, a good watering. It's due a seaweed feed, but this is just to show you basically what we're going to do now, just to bring it away again. Just remove all of last year's growth. Take it down as close as you can into the plant. This is obviously last year's growth. It is dead. There will be seed head in there, so I could take seed from it if I wanted to. I'll just see if that's rubbing out. And that's all seed, so I could set seed away, which you could just broadcast in your garden, but you'll end up with it all over. But by doing this, you revitalise the original plant. The new growth will come through. This looks a little bit tatty, the old. You have to do this each year. I could lift this and I could knock it out the pot and split it into two if you wanted to multiply it that way, but we'll see. I may repot this into a nice fancy pot and get it to grow on a bit more. That's it tidied up. And what I will do, I'm going to actually knock it out the pot and take a look at the roots. There is root showing, but not a lot, but there's been a lot of fine root in there. We've also had a little bit of slug damage in there. So what I'm going to do is break this root ball up and I'm going to repot it. Vine weevil. So I'm pleased we've done that, because the vine weevil would eventually eat through into the plant. So it does pay you to repot your plants up and have a good look at them. There's another one and another look. And another. So there's quite a few vine weevil in here. We do well to get rid of them. Vine weevil comes in off a fly. It'll come and lay its eggs. They'll hatch out into small weevils and eat into the base of your plants, eat the roots off your plants. So it's good to get them out. So I'm pleased that we've actually knocked this one out. But there's quite a few in there, so it does show you need to be on top. You can see them all popping through. That's quite a hard clump there now, but we'll get that up into some fresh compost. I think I've got all the vine weevil out. No, still some coming there, look. So this is sedum, just in case I didn't mention it before. Still one or two in there. Oh, that's new growth coming through now. Right, it's not as big as what it originally looked. I could chop that in half and we could pot it up into smaller pots. I'm going to put that back into a smaller pot as I can. It'll probably be a 5 litre, and then I'll pot it on again in the summer as it starts to grow into I'll pot it into a nice pot in the summer. Just remove any rough that's in there. All this will come back. It'll all grow away nicely again. Remove any dead leaves that's in there. Right, this is the sedum that we've just cleaned down, and we did find vine weevil in there, so I've actually taken most of the compost away from it to get right down to the actual bare root. I can't see any more vine weevil. I can see fresh roots growing there now, and I can't see any more vine weevil, so hopefully we've got them all out. It's like a little beetle which comes in, it can fly, gets onto your plants. It is prone to strawberries, heuchera, but it will attack a lot of plants. It's attacked this sedum. So I've taken it out of its large pot, and I'm actually downscaling, I'm downsizing this. So I'm going to use John Innes compost, number 2. We'll just put some in the bottom of a 5 litre pot. And set that up on the top of the 5 litre pot. And making sure all the roots are in the pot. If we keep it small, in a small pot, it will root up nice and quickly. And then when it needs fresh food, I will pot it into a much larger pot, but an ornamental pot. This is just a grower's pot, a black pot. We'll just filter some soil in around the sides. Make sure you don't leave any air pockets. The roots will not grow in fresh air. Push it in with your fingers if you can. And then a good watering will push it right down the sides. Make sure that there's no air pockets in there. Within a month, they'll be ready to go up into a larger pot. So I'm going to put that down, give it a good watering. We will come back in about 4 weeks' time. We'll have a look at how it's performed and we'll put it up into a larger pot if it is ready.